me see if I can reach Ethan first, and we'll see what kind of messages we're getting here. Okay. Bear with me a moment. Okay. Got it. All right. Well, he's a very, very bubbly personality, or eccentric, because I'm just kind of giving like this, hi, I'm here. So there's definitely a personality behind him for sure. I don't think he cares what people think of him. So he might have this slight humbleness and arrogance at the same time. So when I asked him of his passing, you know, I don't know how, if this is specific, but I really get a blocking of the trachea, almost like I can't breathe. There's a blocking here.
He died from fentanyl.
Oh, okay. So did somehow, did it stop his breathing at all? And did he like choke on fluid? Because I feel like that choking.
Yep.
And I was gonna write down like some sort of OD or addiction or something like that too. Because usually when I get the foaming at the mouth, that's my OD reference. He says he's very, very, very. He's not okay. I'm just being very unfiltered. He's like, I fucked up. I didn't listen to anybody. Everyone tried to tell me. I knew everything better. He's like, I didn't know anything. He says, I was always running. All I want to do is run, and everything's okay, but I'm run. And so I'm like, so Ethan, what have you been running from? He says he's been running away from his dad.
Okay.
Does that make sense? He's like, there's something about he never got to reach his father emotionally the way he wanted to. And that ate him up inside. He's like, Scott, I've chosen the wrong people in my life just to feel that sense of connection with the boys, with the guys. He's saying, and so that's where I found that connection. He's like, Mom, sister, I'm so sorry that I ran rampage, making you worried. And because did he have a sister energy at all?
So I lost a baby girl, Ella.
Okay, because he showed me he's embracing his sister energy. So maybe that would have been a sister energy spirit. But he keeps saying, Mom, he wants to hug Mom and saying, you've done everything for me. You try to do everything look out for me. So then, like, you can't labor the burden on the fact that you couldn't change me, he says. He's like, I was a stubborn prick, you know, and really that's how he was. What's that?
That he really kind of was.
Yeah, and he says, but I've learned from this. He's like, I'm learning and growing from this. He's like, I couldn't have done my spiritual journey without you, he says, okay? This reference is common, I'm sorry, but he's coming with the butterfly too. And also even like little caterpillars too. There's some of the caterpillars. So you might see a caterpillar sign symbol, even if it's an actual one, he connects with that as well. He says, Mom, you hear me? You hear me? You hear him, he's talking to you. Like you might think it's in your head. He's like, Mom hears me, she hears me. And so please don't think that you're making that up, my love. You're not making that up. And he says, Mom, please make people healthy. And I'm not saying this because I'm seeing health and wellness. But he's saying that the one blessing that you have in this life is to make change.
Because, so you just said health and wellness. So, I am a personal trainer. And so I make people healthy,
But he's saying that's one thing that you do best. And he says, you feel like you fail because you can do it with me. He's like, it has nothing to do with you, my love. That was his spiritual journey.
Oh, you can tell me if he's okay.
He says yes. He's like, he's better than before, simply because he realized how much of a prick he was. He's not filtered. He says, I'm very much okay. He's like, I've learned from my limitations. I've made amends. I've forgiven my father. I've forgiven him for the separation and a lack of connection. And he's saying that there's that addiction energy comes from his dad. He says that kind of addictive, compulsive personality, whether it was expressed in addiction as well, his dad had that similar compulsive energy. You know, and so he's forgiven his father, so he's actually free from that. He's seeing you looking at pictures too. You might have been doing that before this, so looking at his pictures. So he's also with you while you were doing that, just right recently. I think you might have tried to conjure him. So he's like, I see Mom look at the pictures, sitting on the bed, you know, with your feet crossed like this. Look at the pictures, you know. And I don't know if you put it in the side of your end table. No, but he's like to something your end table that you keep with it too.
My God, you're crazy.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm there with you because you're channeling him.
So I have an end table and the lights all the time.
Yeah. So
you like the light all the time.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. We have a bad connection, so I'm going to leave it here. He loves you very much, my love. Okay. Keep reaching for those signs. Okay.